days and nights. It's time to worship. Ali days and nights. Tell me if you're ready, if you're ready to praise, to praise. Let me know you're ready to shout to the ancient of days, of days. Sing hallelujah, hallelujah. Sing hallelujah, hallelujah. Sing hallelujah, hallelujah. Sing hallelujah, hallelujah. And to the most high God. From the rising of the sun to the going down of the same, bless His name. Let all of creation shout and the heavens proclaim. Bless His name. Listen, the beasts and the elders bow before Him, and all of the angels they adore Him. And after entering His presence, you're not the same. You can never the same. Hallelujah, hallelujah. Say hallelujah, hallelujah. Say hallelujah. It's the ice, hallelujah, hallelujah. Tell me if you're ready, if you're ready to pray, to pray. Just let me know you're ready to shout to the ancient of days. Excuse me, please, you can't see. Thinking my God plays like these. Excuse me, please, you can't see. To get down on my knees. Excuse me, please, don't wanna cease to worship in the highest degree. Excuse me, please, give me praise. Hallelujah, hallelujah. Come on, say hallelujah, hallelujah. Yeah, hallelujah, hallelujah. What do you say? Hallelujah, hallelujah. Tell me if you're ready, if you're ready to pray. Get ready now. Just let me know you're ready to shout to the ancient of days, of days. Beasts and the elders bow before Him, and all of the angels they adore Him. And after entering His presence, you're not the same. How can you be the same? Hallelujah, 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 say hallelujah, hallelujah, say hallelujah, 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 shout hallelujah, say hallelujah, shout hallelujah, say hallelujah, go on, say hallelujah. Tell me if you're ready, if you're ready to praise, get the rhythm. Just let me know you're ready to shout to the ancient of days, of days. Tell me if you're ready, if you're ready. Hallelujah! Get ready now, get ready now. Let me know you're ready to shout to the ancient of days. We're the rock them, Jesus. Tell me if you're ready, if you're ready to praise, to praise. Ali days and nights. It's time to worship. Ali days and nights. Tell me if you're ready, if you're ready to praise, to praise. Let me know you're ready to shout to the ancient of days, of days. Sing hallelujah, hallelujah. Sing hallelujah, hallelujah. Sing hallelujah, hallelujah. Sing hallelujah, hallelujah. And to the most high God. From the rising of the sun to the going down of the same, bless His name. Let all of creation shout and the heavens proclaim. Bless His name. Listen, the beasts and the elders bow before Him, and all of the angels they adore Him. And after entering His presence, you're not the same. You can never the same. Hallelujah, hallelujah. Say hallelujah, hallelujah. Say hallelujah. It's the ice, hallelujah. if you're ready, if you're ready, if you're ready to pray. To pray. Just let me know you're ready to shout to the ancient of days. Excuse me, please, can't see. Thinking my God is like this. Excuse me, please, can't see. To get down on my knees. Excuse me, please, don't wanna cease to worship in the highest degree. Excuse me, please, give me pause. Hallelujah, hallelujah. Come on, say hallelujah, hallelujah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Hallelujah, hallelujah. What do you say? Hallelujah, hallelujah. Tell me if you're ready, if you're ready, if you're ready to pray. Get ready now, get ready now. Just let me know you're ready to shout to the ancient of days, of days. And the elders bow before you, and all of the angels they adore you. And after entering His presence, you know what to say. What can you be? To say, yeah. Hallelujah, hallelujah, come on. Hallelujah, hallelujah, say hallelujah, hallelujah, say hallelujah, 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 shout hallelujah, say hallelujah, shout hallelujah, say hallelujah, come on, say hallelujah. Tell me if you're ready, if you're ready, if you're ready to praise. Get the rhythm. Just let me know you're ready to shout to the ancient of days, of days. Tell me if you're ready, if you're ready, if you're ready. Hallelujah! Get ready now, get ready now. Let me know you're ready to shout to the ancient of days. We have to rock them, Jesus. Tell me if you're ready, if you're ready, if you're ready to pray. It's smooth sailing with Colin Anthony. Oh yes, Rondell positive again, and I say that God is a good God. Yes, He is. God is a good God. Yes, He is. Don't you know that God is a good God? Yes, He is. Don't you know that God is a good God? Yes, He is. Colin has said, each morning that he wakes, he thank God for another day. Everything he is and ought to be only for mercy and grace. He remember when he couldn't see his way, all he knew was gloomy days. But God, he came through right on time, and all Colin can do is say, oh yeah, God is a good God. Yes, He is. God is a good God. Yes, He is. Good. God is a good God. Yes, He is. Holy God, you're good. God is a good God. Yes, He is. And then him say, sit back reminiscing about when him back was against the wall. Bills were due, child was sick because the phone no one to call. And then him dialed the name of Jesus, and a peace came in his soul. What was broken? Now we fixed cause Jehovah is on the throne. Colin Anthony say, God is a good God. Yes, He is. Good God. God is a good God. Lord, you're good. Lord, you're good. You're good. God is a good God. Yes, He is. God, you're good. God is a good God. So good. Yes, He is. I say, Jesus, pick me up and turn me around. He planted my feet and that the man I say, Jesus, pick him up, turn him around. Plant my feet. Oh, Lord. He is a miracle working God. It's smooth sailing with Colin Anthony. Oh yes, Rondell positive again, and I say that God is a good God. Yes, He is. God is a good God. Yes, He is. Don't you know that God is a good God? Yes, He is. Don't you know that God is a good God? Yes, He is. Colin has said, each morning that he wakes, he thank God for another day. Everything he is and ought to be only for mercy and grace. He remember when he couldn't see his way, all he knew was gloomy days. But God, he came through right on time, and all Colin can do is say, oh yeah, God is a good God. Yes, He is. God is a good God. Yes, He is. Good. God is a good God. Yes, He is. Holy God, you're good. God is a good God. Yes, He is. And then him say, sit back reminiscing about when him back was against the wall. Bills were due, child was sick, pick up the phone, no one to call. And then him dialed the name of Jesus, and a peace came in his soul. What was broken? Now it's fixed, cause Jehovah is on the throne. Colin Anthony says, God is a good God. It's smooth sailing with Colin Anthony. Oh yes, Rondell positive again. And I say that God is a good God. Yes, He is. God is a good God. Yes, He is. Don't you know that God is a good God? Yes, He is. Don't you know that God is a good God? Yes, He is. Colin has said, each morning that he wakes, he thank God for another day. Everything he is and ought to be only for mercy and grace. He remember when he couldn't see his way, all he knew was gloomy days. But God, he came through right on time, and all Colin can do is say, oh yeah, God is a good God. Yes, He is. God is a good God. Yes, He is. Good. God is a good God. Yes, He is. Holy God, you're good. God is a good God. Yes, He is. And then him say, sit back reminiscing about when him back was against the wall. Bills were due, child was sick, pick up the phone, no one to call. And then him dialed the name of Jesus, and a peace came in his soul. What was broken? Now it's fixed, cause Jehovah is on the throne. Colin Anthony says, God is a good God. Yes, He is. Good God. God is a good God. Lord, you're good. Lord, you're good. You're good, you're good. God is a good God. Yes, He is. God, you're good. God is a good God. So good. Yes, He is. I say, Jesus, pick me up and turn me around. He planted my feet, and that the man I say. Say, Jesus, pick him up, turn him around. Oh, Lord. He is a miracle working God. Yes, He is. Miracle working God. He is a one.
And the earth was without form and void, and darkness was upon the face of the deep. And the Spirit of God moved upon the face of the waters. And God said, let there be light, and there was light.
Psalm 37. Psalm 37. Fret not thyself because of evildoers, neither be thou envious against the workers of iniquity. For they shall soon be cut down like the grass, and wither as the green herb. Trust in the Lord, and do good. So shalt thou dwell in the land, and verily thou shalt be fed. Delight thyself also in the Lord, and he shall give thee the desires of thine heart. Commit thy way unto the Lord, trust also in him, and he shall bring it to pass. And he shall bring forth thy righteousness as the light, and thy judgment as the noonday. Rest in the Lord, and wait patiently for him. Fret not thyself because of him who prospereth in his way, because of the man who bringeth wicked devices to pass. Cease from anger, and forsake wrath. Fret not thyself in any wise to do evil, for evildoers shall be cut off. But those that wait upon the Lord, they shall inherit the earth. For yet for a little while, and the wicked shall not be. Yea, thou shalt diligently consider his place, and it shall not be. But the meek shall inherit the earth, and shall delight themselves in the abundance of peace. The wicked plotteth against the just, and gnasheth upon him with his teeth. The Lord shall laugh at him, for he seeth that his day is coming. The wicked have drawn out the sword, and have bent their bow to cast down the poor and needy, and to slay such as be of upright conversation. Their sword shall enter into their own heart, and their bows shall be broken. A little that a righteous man hath is better than the riches of many wicked. But the arms of the wicked shall be broken, but the Lord upholdeth the righteous. The Lord knoweth the days of the upright, and their inheritance shall be forever. They shall not be ashamed in the evil time, and in the days of famine they shall be satisfied. But the wicked shall perish, and the enemies of the Lord shall be as the fat of lambs. They shall consume, into smoke shall they consume away. The wicked borroweth and payeth not again, but the righteous showeth mercy and giveth. For such as be blessed of him shall inherit the earth, and they that be cursed of him shall be cut off. The steps of a good man are ordered by the Lord, and he delighteth in his way. Though he fall, he shall not be utterly cast down, for the Lord upholdeth him with his hand. I have been young, and now am old, yet have I not seen the righteous forsaken, nor his seed begging bread. He is ever merciful, and lendeth, and his seed is blessed. Depart from evil, and do good, and dwell for evermore. For the Lord loveth judgment, and forsaketh not his saints. They are preserved for ever. But the seed of the wicked shall be cut off. The righteous shall inherit the land, and dwell therein for ever. The mouth of the righteous speaketh wisdom, and his tongue talketh of judgment. The law of his God is in his heart. None of his steps shall slide. The wicked watcheth the righteous, and seeketh to slay him. The Lord will not leave him in his hand, nor condemn him when he is judged. Wait on the Lord, and keep his way, and he shall exalt thee to inherit the land. When the wicked are cut off, thou shalt see it. I have seen the wicked in great power, and spreading himself like a green bay tree. Yet he passed away, and lo, he was not. Yea, I sought him, but he could not be found. Mark the perfect man, and behold the upright, for the end of that man is peace. But the transgressors shall be destroyed together. The end of the wicked shall be cut off. But the salvation of the righteous is of the Lord. He is their strength in the time of trouble. And the Lord shall help them and deliver them. He shall deliver them from the wicked and save them, because they trust in him.
And I say that God is a good God. Yes, he is. God is a good God. Yes, he is. Don't you know that God is a good God? Yes, he is. Don't you know that God is a good God? Yes, he is. Colin has said, each morning that he wakes, he thank God for another day. Everything he is and ought to be only for mercy and grace. He remember when he couldn't see his way, all he knew was gloomy days. But God, he came through right on time, and all Colin can do is say, oh yeah, God is a good God. Yes, he is. God is a good God. Yes, he is. Good. God is a good God. Yes, he is. Holy God, you're good. God is a good God. Yes, he is. And then him say, sit back reminiscing about when him back was against the wall. Bills were due, child was sick, pick up the phone, no one to call. And then him dial the name of Jesus, and a peace came in his soul. What was broken? Now we speak God's Jehovah is on the throne. Colin Anthony say, God is a good God. Yes, he is. Good God. God is a good God. Lord, you're good. Lord, you're good. You're good, you're good. God is a good God. Yes, he is. God, you're good. God is a good God. So good. Yes, he is. I say, Jesus, pick me up and turn me around. He planted my feet, and that the man I say, Jesus, pick him up, turn him around. Oh, Lord. He is a miracle working God. Yes, he is. Miracle working God. He is a wonder. He is a miracle. He's a miracle work. Miracle working God. Healing they are. Miracle working God. Victory they are. Wonder. He's a miracle. He's a miracle. The man said, pick me up, turn me around, plant my feet on higher ground. Say, Jesus, pick me up, turn me around. Well, this is Randall Positive, saying you're in tune to Colin Anthony on Styles 96.1 FM, smooth sailing. Sailing smooth.
Morning, 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 morning. Morning and welcome, 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 welcome.
Words can't explain it. Colin Anthony.
Saturday morning in the name of Jesus Christ.
Mommy have to say, oh Lord, I'm so in love with you. I cannot explain things you do. You love him first. Yeah. Colin Anthony say, so in love with you. Oh yes, he's so in love with you. Words can't explain things you do. He loves you. You love him, Lord. Oh. He's so in love with you. No greater love than this could never find. While you were on the cross, still Colin Anthony was on your mind. Before the world's foundation, it was your design that you take my place and you take mine. You stick closer than a brother. You are my best friend. Never leave nor forsake. On you we can depend. Your grace and your mercies we can't comprehend. You love me, I love you. Styles FM I play. I say I'm so in love with you.
So in love with you, Lord.
Explain that thing.
Doreen Gray over there on Facebook. I'm inviting you over to YouTube. Now basically I'm gonna take off the Facebook, it's just a link. So
Yes,
over YouTube we're invited here. Portland Spice TV, like, share, subscribe.
You love us first when we didn't have a clue.
No, the truth must be told. You can't go around the truth. The truth is the word of God. And this morning, we just want to big up the Almighty. Yeah, man, because the program is powered by the blood of Jesus Christ. That's how the program is on. That's why it is on. You understand? And there is this propensity to buy out the voice of God, to use money to determine, to make decisions when God should be making those decisions. There is that propensity, you know? And of course, God always make a way. I would just want to thank him this morning. Nikki, over YouTube, and go here. You know, so we just basically, because we know that we have our people who normally follow us on Facebook, watch the show on Facebook. We decide that, yeah, we're going to carry the Facebook channel this morning. I don't know if the quality of our Facebook is as good as the audio quality that we have on YouTube. So the audio quality that we have on YouTube is proper radio quality. Everything nice over there. The Facebook channel this morning is free. It just, you know, so we are suggesting, Sharon, that you go to click on the link. As the DP just share the link again. The link is also on the same Facebook page that you are watching on. So, yeah, man. But Talk to Me Live is powered by the blood of Jesus Christ. Make certain we tell you where the gas are come from. It is powered by the blood of Jesus Christ. And what we do is we do God work. We ask God to use us as his instrument, as his mouthpiece. I tell people all the while, I say me a God loudspeaker. He speaks through me. We don't normally plan show. Yeah, we just come on and do show powered by the blood of Jesus Christ. We're going to be taking your calls this morning, as well as we just want to basically get some things out of the way that's been on our mind. But we could play this a little bit more, you know?
Well, this is Randall Positive. Saying you're in tune to Colin Anthony on Styles Night.
I tell you, man, smooth sailing. That was.
Sailing.
Now it's Talk to Me.
In the most
9 a.m. to 11 a.m. every Saturday morning.
Say we love you, Lord. Words can't explain it. Colin Anthony. Go and play the music. Music sweet, and that's why we have to say, oh Lord, I'm so in love with you. I cannot explain things you do. You love it first. Yeah. Colin Anthony say, so in love with you. Oh yes, he's so in love with you. Words can't explain things you do. He loves you. You love him, Lord. Oh. He's so in love with you. No greater love than this could never find. While you were on the cross, still Colin Anthony was on.
Share the link. Don't forget going. Share the link, my peeps. Yeah, Facebook over there go on hard, but share the link over YouTube. Share the link. Subscribe, like, click on the notification button. Let's go get ready. Because this morning we're going to tell you some things. You know? And you see, what we say share the vision, join the movement. Because leadership has to be inspired. You have to can see things before them happen. You have to can read the book and put the thing them in action. Yeah? So, we've been telling you know, we've been telling the people that the level of corruption in Jamaica opens the way to a lot of things that going to cost us more trouble, Richard. Richard, go up on the YouTube channel. Things we're going to cause with more problem, because when a child starts stealing sugar and then starts stealing candy and then starts stealing the coins in the house, you're setting yourself up for trouble. Yeah? So therefore, we say to people that bend the tree from it young. When the tree get old, it cannot bend it when broke. And one of the things that we need to do now, we need to break the back of corruption. Corruption, white collar crime leads to murder and all of them something there. I'm telling you no. Yeah. And if we don't call a spade, this is where you have a problem. If you don't have nobody talking the truth, putting the facts, because listen, some things are the facts, you have to deal with them, you know. You can't remove the position that is. You can't pose hypothetically when the real situation is staring you down the face. And you go back as far as the old Petrojam issue, where there was a major cover-up, things going bad, and they tried to cover it up. You can't not go back to that. You can't not go back to Royal Reed. Yeah? You can't not go back to the things that have happened that brought us to this position now, where people just thief out people with a money. Eh? And then, when we used to talk them things, I said, listen, if we don't deal with these issues, it'll get worse. People used to cuss we, or we political, and we said, no, a governance we are talking about. The governance, the management of the country, the present managers are lacking because I believe that our present managers want to do well. I believe that. They go into government with intention to do well. No. Every politician wants to be the best at it. They want to be, believe me. But if you're not good, you're just not good. You have had 6 years and it has not been good. The control mechanisms are out of whack. Everybody's now saying the center is for loose, the center falling, it can't hold. Country in trouble. You brought a simple bill to the parliament yesterday, and the dates that should be the foundation of the bill, the dates, which are the foundation. That's what the bill I said from 2018 to the 31st of January 2023. This is going to happen. So the foundation of the bill is on the date. You get the 2 dates wrong. The spade this morning, calling a spade a spade. The spade this morning is that the present administration is incompetent. Or I should say, the present administration, they are incompetent. All the arms them outside of the judiciary. Because remember, morning, John, remember that Dr. Chang is not the first. Dr. Chang take a bill to the parliament. What happened to that investigation? Dr. Chang said he was going to investigate how the incorrect bill was tabled in the parliament. It shows, listen, man, me not in a debate if this set of people, if they are incompetent. Then we'll talk, man, definitely. I don't need a debate because the facts, the data, the raw data shows high level of incompetence within the present administration. And that comes out. Morning, Yannick. Comes out.
Yeah, shaka fear, big up yourself, can't take.
Some people say them love the truth.
The same thing,
But when the truth hits,
you don't know real.
You see the hypocrisy in them. Lenny, I talk to the people.
Suddenly, some friends became my foe.
Talk about
reasons that I know. Said to us, it's a way.
Caribbean Radio, good morning, tune over there.
Tap it up on crime.
Morning, brother Gary.
I'm a warrior for the default.
DP, send him a link there.
Fighting.
Let him know so we're ready,
For peace. Hypocrite relax. Dress back. Shaka fear my real back relax.
Oh.
Hypocrite relax. Dress back. Shaka fear my real back relax. Yeah, Shaka Fame, big up yourself, can't hear me, don't know.
Shaka Fame, Colin Anthony.
Yeah, I said so.
One and the same, we're on YouTube, Portland Spice TV.
Yeah, we know.
Share the link, subscribe to the channel.
Some friends became a foe.
Join the movement, y'all.
That I know.
Share the vision.
It's a waste of time.
Share the vision, join the movement.
Don't cry.
The movement of truth.
I'm a warrior for the divine.
Fighting a spiritual war.
Fighting a spiritual war for peace. Hypocrite relax. Dress back. Shaka fear my real back relax. Hypocrite relax. Dress back. Shaka fear my real back relax. Know that the war is on. Shaka Fame is in command. So warriors arise. Now is the appointed time.
Go forth.
Go forth, oh winners of souls. Enough steps of victory, I'm sure. So hypocrite relax. Trace back, Shaka Fame a real back relax. Hypocrite relax. Trace back, I'm on a real back relax. Hypocrite relax. Trace back, Shaka Fame a real back relax. Relax, trace back, real back relax. I just won't sell my soul. I'm not ready for your gold. I refuse to take your bribes to make your flawless life. Overnight your business spoil. And I want you to know I just won't cease. So hypocrite relax. Trace back, Shaka are the real back relax. Hypocrite relax. Trace back, Shaka Fame a real back relax. Hypocrite relax. Yeah, Shaka Fame, big up yourself, can't hear me, don't know, ear to ear are the same thing. And Lenny I said so. You don't know a real back relax, you see me? Yeah, we know. Suddenly, some friends became a foe for reasons that I know. Said to us, it's a waste of time. Let's step it up on crime. but I'm a warrior for the divine. Fighting a spiritual war for peace. Hypocrite relax, dress back, shaka fear my real backlocks. Hypocrite relax, dress back, shaka fear my real backlocks. Know that the war is on, shaka fame is in command. So warriors arise, now is the appointed time. Go forth, oh winners of souls. Enough steps of victory, I'm sure. So hypocrite relax, trace back, shaka fame my real backlocks.
Apologizing to all the people on Facebook. Well, basically, yeah, that's why I want everybody go over YouTube. Go over YouTube and make we do the thing over there. So you understand? Yeah, man. Big and woolly for space over there. Yeah. So now may I talk to them people. I tell you about the truth. The truth got to be revealed. And no matter how mankind try to hide the truth from the people, you can't hide the truth. So now, said to the people, them say, this whole argument of because it's your party, you allow the corruption to take place, you watch it, and you not say nothing. How you really do that now? Eh? Oh, you not say nothing. For those of you who want to call, we're going to open the phone lines. It's 910-605-5530. Run the phone number again. 910-605-5530. You can give me a call upon that and talk to me about anything where you want to talk about. The program is not a political program. Just that I like to talk politics. I enjoy talking governance. People call it politics. Yeah? Morning, Fitzroy. Bless up. Bless up. Happy to see you online, my brother. So we talk governance because what we want is not necessarily a PNP government. Is not necessarily a GLP government. We want a government that is going to govern for the people of Jamaica. Because without the people, the rock not gonna really mean much. When we go school, primary school, early school, even up to high school, they used to tell us that the biggest resource that we have is our people. So I am saying, Natalie, that we must put our people at the center of whatever we are doing. Our people must be at the center. It is the people that must live better. You must develop the people. And watch this. If we just sit down and watch a few people steal a lot, then it means that the country not going to go nowhere. Not going to go anywhere. We have to do better than that. We have to ensure that our children go to school. And not just go to school, but get a good education. It's about the developing our people to think critically. But then, sometimes, some people believe that they are better off if the people are not critical thinkers, because they can tell them any rubbish and get away with it. And that's why a program like this is offensive to some people, because truth sounds like hate to people who hate the truth. I want to repeat that. Truth sounds like hate to people who hate the truth.
Yeah, shaka fear, big up yourself, can't hear me, don't know, here to hear the same thing. And then I say so. You don't know a real backlocks, you see me? Yeah, we know. Suddenly, some friends became a foe for reasons that I know. Said to us, it's a waste of time. Let's step it up on crime. But I'm a warrior for the divine.
Fighting a spiritual war.
Fighting a spiritual war for peace. Hypocrite relax. Dress back, shock off your real backlocks. Hypocrite relax. Dress back, shock off your real backlocks. Know that the war is on. Chaka fame is in command. So warriors arise. Now is the appointed time. Go forth, oh winners of souls. Enough steps of victory, I'm sure. So hypocrite relax. Trace back.
Obi.
Yes, MG.
Obi, Wagwan.
Me there, brother. I'm there.
Hold on, I'm not
What?
I'm not hearing Obi. Let me see if I can hear him around here, so. Because I have Conrad O'Brien on the line, my peeps. But hold on there. I have to ensure say I hearing him. Because I'm not hearing him where I was listening for him a while ago.
I'm hearing you very loud and clear.
No, I'm hearing you in my ears. It's my bad, Obi. I didn't put in the headset.
Okay.
I didn't put in the headset, so I could not hear you any at all. No matter how hard I tried. but now you're crisp in my ears and everything good. My brother.
All right.
My brother and my friend.
Doing, my brother?
You know, say I am blessed, giving God thanks because he has been good. And we're there upon the thing. I taught the truth. Obi.
Absolutely.
Before we get to SSL and Usain Bolt and other people's money, I want to
FSC, etc.
FSC and the whole financial thing, Bank of Jamaica included, the regular commercial bank. Because listen, it's a major scheme that has been happening to the people of Jamaica, and the people have never realized what has been happening to them. We're in the financial sector because it is so much needed, and a sector that is well respected was allowed or is allowed to run riot and rings around our people. We're not
indeed.
We don't understand what happened and where it start. And what we do when we talk the truth, we tell people where it start. Presently, Obi, I have a serious problem with our managers of this country. Because what a lot of people don't understand, that a country must be run as a business. If not, a country should be making profit, or at least running balance. What do you think?
All right. Well, the concept of first of all, let me just say good morning to your many listeners, your thousands and thousands of listeners here on the Rock, Jamaica, and indeed across the globe.
Blessings.
And my information is that Styles FM, certainly on a Saturday morning with the man Colin, Colin Bell, really and truly boast a lot of listeners, and I want to hail you in a big way because, of course, without the listeners and indeed sponsors, of course, then certainly us in this business, our job is made much more difficult. So I just want to say that. I want to also wish all the people that listen who are hearing my voice for the very first time a happy new year. And just to inform them that they can join me on New Start 93 FM straight up Mondays and Tuesdays from 9 until 12 midday, where we speak truth to power, no matter who the guy is, just as you taught the truth here on Styles FM, Colin.
All right, Obi, I never informed you. We're not on Styles FM anymore. And we're setting our own platform now. Should have informed you that, never remember to inform you that. I thought I did. For the last 2 weeks, officially, we're not there anymore. And we don't know what is going to happen down the road. We never say never, but we basically separate as it relates to that. So basically where we're on now, we're on YouTube Live, we're on Facebook Live, and yes, we do have thousands of viewers and listeners tuning to us right now.
Okay, great. Well, great. We greet the space very well.
Blessings.
All right. As it relates to a country being a business, I can appreciate that sentiment. However, save and except that there are certain things that a country will do that a business don't have those owners is not on the business.
Obi, hold on. It's not that a country will do. There are certain things that a country have to do that a business will not do and don't have to do either. So yeah, there are some
responsibilities, etc., etc.
Yes,
but in terms of dealing with the country's fiduciary responsibility and so on, certainly the business model is also important. That those who govern a country, and in this case in Jamaica, those who govern us must basically use those templates. And what we're seeing here, Colin, is really and truly where the system seems to, not that the system's failing, but people who are manning the system.
I am happy that you say that. Happy that you say that, Conrad. Because I do agree that it is not the system. Where the system is failing, if you fail to fix it, you're also a part of the failure. I am seeing grave incompetence in the people who are managing this country. And that's where the whole thing starts. Bad management.
Certainly, Colin, because let us just look at, for example, and I said to people all the while that as it relates to the financial sector, I have a little bit more than a passing interest in it because I've worked in that sector for a number of years. I was at the Eagle Financial Group back in the 90s when we had that meltdown. And hence we saw where FinSA was brought into being in order to really tighten the regulations, and indeed up to now it has been working in a very efficient way, and still has those same regulations are still quite timely and can work. Because what we must understand, Colin, is that FSC went into SSL and did their work. They flagged the system. They flagged them in a big way in 2017. And the question must be asked, Colin. Up on flagging the system there at SSL, did the manager, the executive director, Everton, McFarlane, did he keep that report to himself, or did he forward that report to his boss?
All right, the present,
who is the minister of finance?
The present finance minister said at no time was SSL brought to him. Was it brought to his predecessor?
Well, the trouble is greater than we think, because if you have a major financial institution, one that the Prime Minister himself invests in, and other people, you have a man like a Usain Bolt have 12 billion plus US,
12 million
US, right. Million US in there, and you went in there and you saw something, and you don't inform your boss, your political boss, who is the minister.
But watch this, Conrad. Watch this. If it was brought to the minister's predecessor, wouldn't it be prudent and good business operation that when this new minister came in, he would have been briefed on all of those issues?
As a matter of fact, the previous minister had an obligation to basically brief his successor.
But outside of the minister, Conrad, when a new minister of finance comes in, how many regulators does he have in the financial sector? It's few regulators. So these regulators
When you
must
have, for
also
example,
give
you
him an
have two.
official
You have,
briefing.
hold on, Colin. For example, in the financial sector, you really have two.
Talk to
You
me.
have two.
That's my point.
Which is the FSC, and let us separate them. The FSC has the responsibility for the non-banks, right? The
non-deposit taking institutions. Right.
Right, which is commercial bank, the credit union, and the building society. Those are
Bank of Jamaica.
Those are under the auspices of the Bank of Jamaica.
Right.
The investment houses such as the SSL, the Jamaica Money Market Brokers, and also places like all the investment houses, you know, they are under the auspices of the FSC. So those two regulators are basically supposed to work to deal with their various sector. So it's really and truly that the minister would be getting the feedback or the reports from.
Hold on, Conrad, because I'm just realizing that just getting a message here that the people on Facebook, they are not hearing the caller. So that's why I suggest all of the Facebook people go over YouTube, please. Please and thanks. Portland Spice TV. Portland Spice TV. Go to YouTube. I understand you're not hearing the caller. You're hearing me, but you're not hearing the caller. So all of that is up and running on YouTube. Continue, Conrad.
Yes. So if you see, Colin, it's really and truly the FSC was put in place to really ensure that we avoid the debacle that we saw in the 1990s.
I was saying to a caller last week that this thing actually happened already, and that's why it should not have happened again.
Should because not have happened again.
We have had an experience.
Remember now, Colin, one of the things that we want to stay and point with, we must not allow it to slip. We're not talking about an institution or a person investment went belly up because the investor, right? That is to say, the advisors went out and they purchased some stocks, and those stocks basically plummeted because of whatever reason. What happened is people in the institution thief the people their money. And that's what we need to understand. So as a whole, and I try to be as responsible as I can, Colin, because remember now that we all live on this rock and we have a duty. We have a duty of care. So the Jamaica financial system is not that it has gone haywire. And the Jamaican financial system is weak and all of that. Or in the main, our institutions are very strong, very strong. However, what we saw at SSL recently, and certainly those other fraud that we saw in some of the commercial banks, i.e. the NCBs and Sagicor, to name two, basically what those things do is create a confidence issue within the financial sector. And if you don't manage that well, you know, based on how you communicate, how you deal with it, and so on, then that in itself can now affect the confidence in the sector. And as a result of that, now you could find a run. No, that is not what that is what we don't want.
That is problem.
That is major problem. And you know, Colin, I spoke to someone from the diaspora, and Tuesday I had her. Karen, right? Dr. Karen, I forgot her last name now, but she's one of the major players. She's the outgoing representative for USA Southeastern in the diaspora. Those are the major player, the heavy hunchers, right?
Yes.
And she said that she was in Jamaica because she's a businesswoman also here in Jamaica. And she said, and journeying back to the USA, her phone rang off the hook.
Mm-mm.
And it's people who are calling her to say that some of them already booked their ticket. And I interviewed her on Tuesday.
To do
Already
what?
booked their ticket to come to Jamaica to remove their money. So the
That no good.
system, no, it's not. Last night I heard from someone, one of my friends out of the UK, and he's saying that his mother have a friend, or has a friend rather, who sent 30,000 pound into the Jamaican system here, preparing for to return to Jamaica. And she said she's coming to Jamaica to remove that funds from the account. So it is, the onus is really and truly on the government and the institution
But
to do as much
do
as
you
they
think this
can.
government is equipped with the necessary skills and talent to deal with this, Conrad?
You mean in order to carry the communication line and so on? Well, let me put it this way. I don't know that. Maybe, let's say they have the skills to do it. However, when you see him, perception is a hell of a thing. And the perception is that this thing touched the tentacles of persons within the political administration.
I don't know that. I don't know that. I'm hearing that.
No,
The perception,
that's why I'm
you
saying
use the word perception, yes, which is correct.
That's why I use the perception.
But let's not even
we
go.
We have to be careful.
But let's not even go so
don't-
deep yet, Conrad, because no, we don't afraid to say there's a perception out there, because that's a fact, and that's the truth. The perception is out there. But before we get to that point, we not reach this yet. Do you think they have the ability to deal with it? If you carry a bill to the parliament, a 7-clause bill, that is found, the bill's foundation is on 2 critical date, and you come to parliament with them, they're wrong. It look like you have the necessary upstairs. Me no know. I don't think they have the ability. And it is shown, the data is there. I challenge anybody. Look on the track record of these managers. How many things they get wrong, how often they get them wrong, and how they get them wrong in critical situations. Oh, you come now after you had a bill already. The wrong bill was tabled in the parliament. You remember that bill there? The state of emergency bill that they had to withdraw it on the floor. And Dr. Chang said that they were going to do investigation to find out how the wrong bill came to the parliament.
Yeah, man.
We don't
hear
hear
they
nothing
come back and they return and it was still wrong.
Lord have mercy.
I
am checking on the ability of the managers first, because this thing fall down under the managers. And as former Prime Minister Bruce Golding said, this government, you're in power for 7 years, and I hear, or 6 years, I hear the minister come out and stressing the 13 years. You come in 6 years. It got worse under you, sir. So like former Prime Minister Bruce Golding said, the government is not blameless. And Warmington cuss him out. And I don't hear nobody saying, oh, the GLP is disunited. Or the GLP is in fragment. I don't hear nobody saying that. Warmington cussing out former Prime Minister and former leader of the party, and still a member of the party. If that did ever happen in the PNP, it every news headline, PNP in turmoil.
That is true. That is true.
How come? And you hear them say, Warmington him not have no manners. The man was defending him Prime Minister. And he said he will do whatever it takes.
And no, hold on. The man said he will defend it with by using whatever means necessary. That's a very dangerous statement coming from a politician, you know, sir. I will defend it with whatever means necessary. The man didn't even stop to say whatever legal means, you know. He said whatever means necessary.
No, Conrad.
Yes?
Conrad. Let's say, you remember when Peter Phillips did come out and say, oh, Nigel Clark, I deal with the thing I saw it for deal with. Him no want the variation where Mark Golden say. So how would it cost off Peter Phillips again? Tell me. Which member of the PNP hierarchy did cost off Peter Phillips?
I don't remember, but I know
none.
That,
None. And people are still coming out and say, boy, the government now go on with nothing, but PNP now united. Me play a song for them, Conrad. Hold on. Listen.
Yeah,
Listen.
Yeah, Shaka Fame, big up yourself. Can't tame. I don't know. Here together the same
listen.
thing. Lenny, I said so.
They are a bunch of hypocrites. Listen to me.
Suddenly, some friends became a foe for reasons that I know. Said to us, it's a waste of time. Let's step it up on crime. But I'm a warrior for the divine. Fighting a spiritual war for peace. Hypocrite relax. Dress back. Shaka Fame a real back clock.
The song said, hypocrite relax. Dress back. Shaka Fame are the real battle axe. How? I don't understand it. I tell people all the while that the GLP is very much in disarray. There is no unity within the GLP. Remember what Dr. Chang did say? Dr. Chang said if you call back-to-back state of emergency, that shows bad governance. What did the Prime Minister do? What did the Prime Minister do?
I remember, and I actually called on Dr. Chang to explain to us if he suddenly had a change of heart and a change of mind, because at one point he was saying that this would show bad governance.
Yes.
And at the end of the day, he was head cook and buckle washer in supporting the Prime Minister with the foolishness. So it begs the question as to what is really going on within the Labour Party. But I can tell you this, Colin, that my information, from insiders to include members of parliament and so on, is saying that, listen, things are not so hunky-dory around here, but hear what happened.
But it obvious.
When you're in government, you have largesse, you have the apparatus of the state, etc., that you can basically use it.
But let me tell you what else, Conrad. You're not coming clear enough. You're not coming clear enough, and I come clear to my listeners. When you're in government, you have money, and that is what keeps some people quiet. Money.
You have money and you have power, so you can always find a position to put somebody there, and you can also sabotage a person and so on. So, a lot of things. So definitely when you're in government, while your party may be very, very disunited and so on, the cracks don't show.
Yes.
Like when you're in opposition. So that's a fact. But to get back to the gravamen of the whole situation, Colin. The FSC now, the minister, to appear as if he is doing something, say we are going to be having this twin situation where the Bank of the Jamaica and will now subsume some of the responsibility that FSC has. The truth is that it doesn't matter if you put those regulations under the BOJ.
Gary out of New Jersey, morning, sir.
If you have persons operate the same way that they operate with the present FSC, then certainly we will have the same result. Because again, Colin, I want to stay on point. It is not a matter of lack of regulatory authority. Why things went awry, continue to go awry with SSL.
Bad management.
SSL was flogged, and the point must also be made, Colin, that we saw where the FSC over the last 3 or 4 years went in and shut down about 3 or 4 companies.
One as recent as last year.
And what happened? They were doing something there that they weren't empowered to do, which was to trade foreign exchange, and they weren't licensed so to do.
Somebody's asking Somebody's asking, what about the progress of the FBI, or what progress the FBI have made so far? Well, let me just tell people that the FBI is not yet a part of the investigation. Want to hear what me
All
say?
right.
Hold on a little bit. Hear what me say. Officially, the FBI is not yet a part. The minister is making up a whole heap of noise. Him come out and him saying right to the State Department, inviting them. And I saw it work. It no work so.
Absolutely. We have not gotten a conclusion as to whether or not the FBI is on it. However, Colin, I'll just share with your listeners and your viewers, just to say that in my work, we have sources, and we, basically our ears are on the grounds and in the air.
Talk to me.
And my information is that quite a few FBI agents are here on the ground because they had some amount of interest.
But Conrad, the FBI have an office in Jamaica.
I know.
There is an office here.
They have an office based at the United States Embassy.
So FBI agents are always on the island.
Good. So what I understand is that they had interest in this situation because I think it touched some persons with affiliation, citizens of the United States. So as a result of that, that put it within their jurisdiction. That's what my information is saying to me. As a matter of fact, I am hearing that we could hear a bombshell drop as early as mid next week.
Wow.
That's what my source is saying to
Listen
me.
out.
That's what my source is saying. So I'm not going to get deeper and elaborate, but that's what my source is saying. And based on where it's coming from, to date, I have some amount, so I have trust in that source. So let's see what will happen more on with that, with that one.
Conrad O'Brien from News Talk 93 FM. Conrad, we have about another minute because we have some other people we have to talk to this morning.
Absolutely. Well, my brother, we continue to watch the situation. It's really and truly still a very fluid situation, as it were. We note with interest that to date, even the lady that is purported to have signed that affidavit, she has not been signed yet because
she has not been charged yet. Not been charged.
Not been charged as yet because no complaint has made against her from anyone. As a matter of fact, the reason why the police have not gone and charged anybody to date, not even the SSL have reported the matter to the police.
They have not?
They have not. And it is very, very strange.
But the police went to Miss Panton's house and searched and recovered something. So there must be a report for them to do that.
They did because they act on that, but nobody has come forward and pressed any charge against Miss Panton.
Okay. No charges has been laid.
No charges has been pressed against her, against her. So for the police to carry out a case and to charge. They have nothing to charge her on because she made a report, a purported report against herself. The police is still looking at that. Remember now also that report was not submitted to the police by her. It was actually leaked.
Oh boy. We talk again.
So a lot of things here, Colin. In closing, Colin, I just want to say that I disagree with the Minister of Finance to basically give Mr. Biles the chairmanship of the FSC.
I disagree with that.
A lot of overlapping and just really piling up a lot of work.
On one man.
Poor Mr. Biles already have a lot on his plate, and I don't think that the knowledge, he is the repository of knowledge, and so in Jamaica
a man is asking a question. Somebody is asking what can the government do or say to the diaspora to avert widespread withdrawal of funds from Jamaica financial institution in Jamaica, or to stop the remittance to Jamaica in the immediate future? What can the government do?
Well, what the government can do is what they actually started. They can basically up the PR in terms of highlighting to the diaspora and even people here at home that, listen, our financial system is really strong, and what we saw at SSL is really that's not what represent the entire sector. However, Colin, as I was trying to make the point again, who is carrying the message and the believability of the diaspora? Will they basically take onto it? So that's where now you find that you have to do a lot of things now in order to get the confidence. And I think maybe what the government and the financial sector general would have to do is to up their PR, and you're going to hear in the next coming weeks or so days, as a matter of fact, where and media and the both social and mainstream media, I expect to hear a lot
Conrad,
of PR coming through from the various institutions. All right, my brother.
Let me tell you what I think the government needs to do is to get an early resolution to the SSL situation. That is what I think will bring confidence. An early resolution to this SSL thing. Because the longer you take, find the money, put away people. Find the money, put away people, quick and fast. Because the longer you take to deal with this SSL situation, it is the harder it gets to find the money.
What you're saying is that the investigation need to move with pace, because remember, at the end of the day, it's not the government, the investigation is the various agencies.
Yeah, man.
Right?
But you see,
so we need
what should have happened already, you know, because we hear the minister come out and said, since recently the managers of SSL were trying to wind up the company. And if you don't go in and lock down, take away, seize the assets and everything and get in.
Which that Colin is another thing. The government, the authorities, the agencies, including the FSC and everybody, they waited too long. They
and still
waiting.
And they are still waiting. And that don't give no confidence. But brother,
the good thing in all of this is that there's an interim manager. And this happened. I must tell you, Colin, I must say, just highlight this fact, that the interim manager was sent in immediately after I concluded an interview with Ace Financial commentator Ralston Hyman.
Yeah, man, with General that, you know. With General.
Yeah, man.
All right, brother. Big up yourself.
So straight up was able to push that out there and
get some result.
We got some result there. All the best.
Yeah, man.
Thank you.
Conrad O'Brien, News Talk 93 FM. Firebrand. Yeah, man. Man say him speak truth to power. Truth is the ultimate. And you have a lot of people where, we taught them not to talk it. And that is one of the problems that them have with us. Because we taught the thing too simple, straight. How come none of the mainstream media, nobody is looking at the infighting in the Jamaica Labour Party? Nobody now look on it. There is major trouble in the Jamaica Labour Party. That's why they can't call the local government election. They cannot. The GLP cannot go to the polls. Cannot. They don't have nothing to go to the polls. The party is in shambles. I tell you. When you hear the man diss up the former prime minister, diss up the former leader of the Jamaica Labour Party, make that did happen in the PNP. Mainstream media lick it all over the place. All over the place. But with all of that, nobody sees the disunity. Nobody sees the disunity when Bobby Montague attack. Nobody knows the disunity when Dr. Chang say one thing and the government do the other. No less a person than the deputy prime minister said it would be bad governance to call back-to-back states of emergency. and the word no reach ground out thy mouth. That's exactly what the government did. And when we come on and we speak, them thing, them have problem.
Yeah, Shaka Fear, big up yourself, can't hear me, don't know, here to hear the same thing. And Lenny I says so. You don't know a real backlocks, you see me? Yeah, we know. Suddenly, some friends became a foe for reasons that I know. Said to us, it's a waste of time. Let's step it up on crime. But I'm a warrior for the divine. Fighting a spiritual war for peace. Hypocrite relax. Dress back, Shaka Fear my real backlocks. Hypocrite relax. Dress back, Shaka Fear my real backlocks.
Yes, sire. Yes, sire.
Morning.
Well, go on DP for a different perspective. Let me tell you something, people. Morning, my brother. You see me? Me no want to talk to everybody where about to me and say, yes, sir, yes, sir. Me no want that. And some people still wonder why me and DP talk or why me talk to DP. Let me tell you something, people. If everybody you talk to say, yes, sir, yes, sir. Remember me tell you, say, something wrong with you. Jesus Christ come on earth. And everybody never say, yes, sir. DP, what go on out?
And let me just build on that. Although I hope I am not seen as a Judas, but remember say based on the teaching, Judas actually helped Christ to carry out in fulfillment on earth. And that Jesus sell him for 30 pieces of silver.
But you mean Judas sell him for 30 pieces of silver?
Mm.
But listen.
But me I said the main part is a Rastaman near that said one time, and I said Christian bash Judas. But based on the teaching, Judas make Jesus died for save our sin and all.
Exactly, but it's a teaching.
So
and you will
Judas
see that your
play a very
best friend.
important part in the...
No, but in this life what we are talking about now, everybody's supposed to have an opinion.
Yes.
And if we are critical thinkers, we must also appreciate other critical thinkers.
Mm-hmm.
Because it is said
and everybody can, we must applaud somebody like you can say that, because I hear, and let me say straight up, when I hear host them, I listen to him black me and boast about it on Twitter, because me say my thing, and I'm like, if you're in a public space and thing, to me it show ignorance when they can't allow one. Like me here, we do with thing the couple morning, I mean I laugh with Labor Dan.
Yeah.
But him calling, I may say, first and foremost, you need to do your research before you come and accuse. Because Labor Dan did I say, you're this and you're that, and I'm like, all right, no, sir, you drop the ball right there. So, but me know you cuss him several morning, you say, okay, the mic is open, targeting. Are you asking questions? However, some people like you have to be applauded, but you have some people, as I said, they're just one-sided, they don't hear from nobody.
No, let me tell you something. You might have an idea and you say, yes, this is it. And when you hear a man who think different, ripping it, you wonder, said, no, but me never knows there's so much cool in it.
And let me give you one perfect example with that. The first time I did the Alpha show, the New Year celebration in the square.
Talk to me.
So long ago, people not even remember. And I slate out my thing and say, all right, more on the stage for drop 10 a.m. and more on Jacko come with the sound by 12 and thing. And when I talk to Blessed, you remember Blessed right there of the stage?
Yeah, man.
Frank, Blessed say, Shaky, a madman. I say, what you mean by that? Him say, no, the stage have to go from 12 o'clock in the night. Because I remember we talk about New Year's Eve, 10 o'clock, which part we are going to get space to come park in and
to put up stage.
I mean, look on here. That way you saw a while ago, it's stay with me. As small as you look on a man, him have an input, because Blessed had been doing stage for how many years?
Yes.
So me now I say, put it on paper, because I'm nice and eloquent and everything and educated.
Yeah.
Put it on paper, say sound drop 10 a.m. Blessed say, brother, if you not go one out of two things, either you get the police real the cordon off the area,
because
or you drop it from midnight. So when people come downtown, now they don't see the stage in place.
Exactly.
Yes,
no car now go get for part this up.
Can't park once the stage drop or whatever. I say, yes, right. The Bible tell you to say God use the fool to confound the wise. So yeah.
All right, sir. So make we get tonight now, DP. Me say I think the present team of managers that are managing Jamaica, me say gross incompetence in them actions. Yeah, and based on that, I am doubtful of what is going to become of the SSL. investigation, what has gone wrong before, simple bills in Parliament, major errors on the foundation that the bill is supposed to be laid on. All of them kind of something there make me question the competence of our managers.
And as we said a while ago, it's everybody entitled to their opinion. Something that I think Mayor talked about on our topic before. I think it would be better if when we select ministers, is somebody who have the experience. So, for example, the Minister of Health, me feel same have something to do with health somewhere. Like even when Dr. Fenton Ferguson, my dentist, but him still have something to do with the health and all of that. Or security, some in the background. Because what me think happen is when you take a man when you know nothing about transport and whatever, and you put him in the field, him have to depend on the people around him, which I think this is a setup. When you have people around you who are supposed to be knowing, like I wonder why the minister always get bashed when you hear say this and that when you have a permanent secretary in every ministry. And the permanent secretary to me is more important and vital than the minister, because the minister only do what you call it, policies.
Mm-hmm.
No minister can't go in and say, "Here, send home the money and make him go home for 2 weeks," however. But the permanent secretary have a bigger role to play than the minister. The minister is just whatever. I think the minister just report.
But hear this, DP. Hear this.
Bloomfield. Hold on, may I have Dr. Bloomfield this already? Why we keep on saying we practice democracy, which we're not, because what happened? What happened with a member of parliament, and you know this better than me, because I think you may learn from the member of parliament supposed to be representing the members of his constituency, But normally what happen? The member of parliament come back and tell we where in party say. So at this time I do, and so it's supposed to happen.
Mm-hmm. But look here.
I'm saying that to say with the minister.
But hold on, DP.
Minister
hold on.
What is reported to him.
DP, hold on. I don't want to go too far. Permanent secretary, as it says, the permanent secretary is the personal, well, maybe not the personal assistant, but is the secretary to the minister. So the buck stops at the minister. The minister are really the manager, and the permanent secretary reports to him, who is the implementation officer or the implementing officer. The permanent secretary is supposed to make certain that the policies are carried out. I understand when you say that you would prefer to see the ministers have expertise in whatever ministry they are doing. But if you're managing, and there have been MPs in Jamaica who have done well in their portfolio that they never have no great experience in.
True, that's true. When I say it never, me just say it me think would have better that way.
I want to agree with that. But that doesn't stop you from finding out what is happening in your office.
But it come back to the point that I'm making, Colin. You remember the year when I was abroad, when this thing came up at the Port Antonio Hospital, when the nurse said she went to visit her grandmother and saw maggot in her mouth?
I was on the board. Yes.
All right. Okay. No, I remember the Friday evening you called in and Diana was talking about it. I use stuff like that to say. No, I don't remember who was the Minister of Health at the time. Maybe you can. I don't.
It was Fenton Ferguson.
All right, it was Fenton.
I can tell you.
How can we bash the Minister of Health because people not do what they're supposed to do at the plant?
Agree, but
it's unfair.
Let me say something to you. It's not bashing the minister. It is about calling on the minister to address the problem. And that's what Latouche and myself did that evening when we went on, because the hospital was having serious problem. The facility was short of a lot of equipment, short of staff. Whole heap of problem was happening at the plant at the time. And we been on the board, and been on the board by way of our membership of the People's National Party, who was government at the time. And we went on here and said, no, we're not going to have this, even against board principle, because as board members, we weren't supposed to go talk like that. But when we did that interview and we called on Fenton, a lot of resources was pumped into the Port Antonio Hospital immediately.
And I'm glad you said that because what happened? And I can guarantee I will not breathe for Dr. Fenton Ferguson. Big up the 5-star general. But if things are not brought to the minister, how can they know? Can I tell you this? A lot of times, and I think this is what is affecting the governing party right now. A lot of times, even your guest a while ago said it, him have people in high places. I think media benefit from having people from the opposing party in position because guess what? I believe a lot of time government, regardless of who is in power, find out some things from breaking news from radio station in the media.
True.
Half of the time, and I think that is wrong because again, I'm saying you have a CEO for every hospital. If there are things lacking or needed in a hospital and the CEO don't bring that to the ministry or to the minister, how can the minister know? And again, I'm saying the problem that I have with this, like people saying the buck stop with the minister. Look what's happening right now in with the lady, Gage Gray.
Mm-hmm.
The minister is asking her to resign. The minister don't have the power to tell her, say, listen, go on your yard because you're involved. You actually take money out.
No, but listen. Even in your company, you know, brother. Even in your company, you can't just fire people, so you know. You cannot just get up this morning and say to a man, you're fired without reasons.
I don't want you to listen. It's the point that I'm making. I am saying, I think some of us, especially media practitioners, put too much power or too much whatever in the minister because something like that happened. How many weeks this bust out now the finding, which is a damning report, right? But the minister don't have the power to do certain things.
No, but listen.
And it ties into what I'm saying.
But look here. The minister can get you fired. But to fire anybody is a process. So it is faster if the minister said, hand me a resignation and don't make me have to go through the process to fire you. And some people will hand in their resignation like the head of the FSC the other day. And I am saying that if a man resign, why you should have paid him a severance package? What it is that you don't want him to say, why you're paying him a severance package?
Maybe you should have Dr. Arville Taylor come and explain that to you.
I also believe... Go ahead.
Go ahead. No, man, you go ahead.
I also believe that Ruel Reid should never get that $20 million before the case trial. What if when the case trial, Ruel Reid is guilty of malpractice and go to prison? You'd have paid him $25 million? These are some things that I don't understand.
But guess what happened? Those are the policies that were put in place. And this I got to say something to what I'm talking about. I heard this explained just this past week. What used to happen, which I would agree 100%. You know, when I would figuratively cut off the neck off of every minister, you see, if you start practice what they practice in America, so when your party, when you come in, everybody, if them not handing them resignation and spot, you fire them, and you bring in your own people them, then that is when I would say the book. But they used to have that in Jamaica where it's political victimization, where when PMP win, they kick out everybody out of the office, not care what. And this is how the laws were put in place now that your tenure is secure.
Yeah, but also
get rid of money, you have to buy out him tenure.
No, but also DP, also, if you're not doing your work, you can lose your job.
You can, but it's hard. In the public sector, Colin, you know this. It's hard. This is why if you want...
How much permanent secretary we have in the Ministry of Education right now?
I'm not sure.
Maybe about 3.
Okay.
Who depend interdiction and who depend... When I say DP, if as a minister, you want certain things done, you can get them done. And I'm saying that...
I agree. That I think it's harder. It's easier said than done.
But you can move around people to DP because they do this. They move around people and put in their people. So
then what? Then you hear people about political victimization.
No, but DP, it happens. They move people.
No, me not say not me me just say if you try, like even now, look at the board the Dr. Clark. 4 people handing them resignation and him rename. And if you guess a while ago, me hear a complaint about him agree with Dr. the command.
But hold on, DP. You see the 4 people who remain, I don't think they should have remained. I think based on the fraud at SLC, which is regulated by the FSC, the entire
FSL.
The fraud at SSL, which is regulated by the FSC, I believe that the entire FSC board should go based on that. I understand the continuity thing, but within this specific instance, everybody should leave. There is going to be an investigation.
So let me ask this. Should the Minister of Finance resign because of what happened at SSL?
At this time, I don't see a reason for him at this time. His tenure is under scrutiny because you can safely say that him should have did know, say something Magwan. But him say hold on.
I'm linking this to even Dr. Tufton, where there were 12 baby died at Jubilee the other day, and I hear people on every radio station saying that he need to resign because.
But let me tell you why.
Come back to the point that I'm making.
Let me tell you why. For me, it's different. Hold on, DP. Hold on. Let me tell you why it's different for me with Tufton, and I believe Tufton should resign. Dr. Tufton came to the country and said that he did not want to tell us for a fear of panic. So Dr. Tufton admitted that he knew way before he informed the country. And I am saying that is the issue that I have with Dr. Tufton. Dr. Clark, hold on. Dr. Clark said, yeah.
Let me repeat with the Tufton thing. It come back to exactly the point that I made. All right, first and foremost, you know, it's a neonatal dead almost every day, right?
Yes.
And you know that Jamaica percentage is lower than the great US of A.
Yes.
All right.
But it is not at the standard where we want it to be. It is not at the international best standard.
No, we don't want nobody dead. But me just say it happens every day.
Yes.
Right? Especially there is a peak period. The other day when it happened was the peak period of it. Right?
Yes. And it happened in the same period of time that it happened under Tufton. Under Fenton.
For Ferguson, right.
Right.
Dr. Tufton is a doer like myself. You know, right now, I remember I was working at this company and the supervisor started complaining. What was his complaint? That when I'm not calling him as often as I used to when I just started doing the job. So, Colin, if you hire me as an AC technician and everywhere me go, and let me put in your field, you hire me as your media, whatever. And every time I go make a post, me have to call you and say, or me have to answer to somebody, me have to say, Colin, that.
Yeah, but hold on. If I am the program director, every time you are going to make a post, I must know.
Not say not no,
and let me say this to you, DP. Let me say this to you. When you're running your own company and you are the top man, you don't have to report to everybody. But when you're running your own company and you are the top man, the people who works for you, you don't want to get a call, say this happened. And you have to tell the customer, say, hold on. And you go check on it and it happened 2 days ago. If it happened 2 days ago, you ought to know. And that is the problem, DP.
It depends on where you look at.
Yeah, but when you're working for people, hold on, when you're working for people and there's a protocol of reporting, when you break that protocol of reporting, you would have breached. And that's why we are saying that Tufton reports to the people of Jamaica. It is not your decision.
Let me ask you this, Colin. So, Colin, no. So, it come back to what, right? Let me finish my point, then you can rebut. I am saying, to me, and my opinion, me share. To me, Tufton is a doer. Dr. Tufton is a doer. Right? First and foremost, how many, as me say, ask anybody in a medical field, how many babies die daily or weekly?
DP.
Neonatal.
Here's the point you're missing. By withholding the information.
5.2 and allow me to reply to you. So.
All right, go ahead.
The point I'm making is, Colin, first and foremost, me think say Dr. Tufton did a cover for some people. Because exactly what I explained to you a while ago.
And you think that is wrong or that is right? Is that wrong or right?
Is not a Jubilee. Is wrong. Tufton is not a Jubilee, but may I tell you how them the reporting thing go. At the time when somebody brought it to him, they were actually, the ministry itself was trying to figure out if this was normal or above average.
What would you say to those of us who believe that Tufton knew before he said he knew?
I can't agree with that because again, as me I say, him not at the hospital. If the people them want to run the hospital don't report it to him, but at the time when he was reported to him, what he did, he called in power and he characterized the problem. That is why it's only 12 baby died.
Yeah, but DP, the time you call in power and the time you call in whoever else, he should have called the prime minister and he should have reported this to the country. He said,
admit something.
hold on.
Admit something where you're going to start find strange act. That is when me feel say lie tell. Me feel say when him say him tell the prime minister, him tell him long before.
Me believe that too.
However, I'm saying this to say, hold on, I'm saying this to say, because of your other radio station, even one of them run up as JPFM, I think, or whatever. I disagree with this whole thing where you need to come to the country for everything.
But DP, hear why. Hold on. DP, hear this. If you have your wife pregnant and you live in Kingston, and your intention was to send your wife to the Jubilee Hospital to deliver your baby, and you get information that there is a bacteria breakout at Jubilee, would you send your wife just the same?
No.
And I'm saying to you, DP, you can easily say that because of withholding information, one or two baby may not have died if he had spoken to the country. Remember me tell you. And that's why I am saying Tufton should have lost this job. And I'm saying Dr. Clark is different. Dr. Clark say him never know. Nobody not tell him nothing. Even though me think him should have did know, but the fact that you don't know, you don't know.
So why is it that you believe Clark over Tufton?
I don't believe him neither, you know. But it's what him say. So you can only hold a man to what him say. Tufton say him did know. But him never talk.
Okay, I hear you.
Tufton admit to wrong. Tufton admit to wrongdoing. So even if you want to say Clark lie and Tufton no lie, Tufton admit to wrongdoing.
I heard even you repeating, was it last week when you say, you see the similarity? Because don't the same with the finance thing, them I say, them never want to create this whole...
That is FSC. Hold on, the man of FSC said that, you know. And what the man of FSC do? Him resign the next day. Is the man of FSC said that? The same thing what Tufton said. And him step down. Tufton said it and still have him job.
Yes, remember say this, I know we can move on to something else. I believe it's just blood for blood PMP want to the Tufton team.
No.
That's how we did take brand new one. Blood for blood because Fenton was shift from the position by Prime Minister.
Fenton said something that he was deserved to be moved. Fenton error. No man. Fenton error by saying these were not babies in the real sense. He erred.
Right. But that is a mistake when making slip off a tongue because guess what happened? Back to these 12 babies from Jubilee last July or August it was. It's not normal baby that died, you know.
No. And that's what Fenton was trying to say. These weren't developed babies.
That's why
but
beat Fenton as bad as everybody else could have beat him.
I wouldn't want to beat him as bad, but you have to admit that he erred. If he had said,
and I don't think that was worth him losing the ministry. That is the point I mean.
And I think we lost for it. Especially Port Antonio Hospital lost because we were getting stuff done through Fenton Ferguson for the Port Antonio Hospital.
So, see, and I'm glad the point that you're making. So what happened now, Colin, and this is at a bigger, some people just go over them head. I believe that democracy can be a bad thing. We're in a place right now where everybody, and this is why I tell people, I came out of media in the context of where when I was living in Jamaica. Because guess what? Once you have a phone now, you're a reporter, you know.
It is said that democracy is the worst form of government, but show me the one that is better.
Well, Zane, and everybody can report. And right now, mainstream is playing catch up with social media because things break now in a mainstream and then in a social media, and then it's very dangerous when you do this. Bring it to the people and everybody, whatever. Because again, I don't think Fenton should have lost the ministry because he erred in his explanation.
But the GLP at the time wanted blood. You're talking about wanting blood? The GLP at the time smelled blood and went for it.
PMP come back now when he flip and say, listen, that's why them say the same knife for stick sheep, stick good.
No, but wrong is wrong.
Some here people
Tufton,
right, but no,
Tufton erred the same way that Fenton erred, Tufton erred. And it is clear, it is not an opinion that he erred. He should have come to the nation. He should have informed the cabinet. He should have informed the people of Jamaica.
I hear you, boss, but Mr. Cabinet that the people can go up on radio station and think you're just giving meat for them chew up. That is where the media landscape is in Jamaica. You're just giving them meat. Because I'm going to tell you this. I hear one of the radio station, them again, them brand it up as JLP FM. And they had on the minister and they report, the breaking news was dozens of baby died at Jubilee, blah, 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 whatever.
Well on the DP. Well on the DP. DP. Let me just say this to the people on Facebook. God, them just reporting that they're not hearing you. We are aware that you can't hear DP on Facebook. That's why we suggest you go over to Portland Spice TV, subscribe to the channel, share the channel, Portland Spice TV. That is where we're really broadcasting. We know that a lot of you come on Facebook on a Saturday morning for the program. So we just turn on Facebook so that we can inform you that the place to go is Portland Spice TV. The link is on the page on Facebook. Just click on it and it take you over to Portland Spice TV. Share the channel, subscribe to the channel, click the notification button, and whenever time we are on, you will be notified because we are going to be on more often. But of course, you know, for sure, every Saturday morning, 9 a.m. until 11 p.m., Portland Spice TV, one word, subscribe to the channel. And this is where we're going to be. Even though we got other places, we're still going to be right here. This is going to be the base for the truth that we talk. DP, what else?
Yeah, man. So may I say, it come back to where I started, sir. I believe the beating where some minister get, me not think them deserve it because if you don't have the people them around you doing your job, and back to even the analogy I was trying to develop, and then we end up go AWire. If I will not employ somebody, and after 6 months, in enough field what me I do, whether media or HVAC or whatever. If you have to call me, I send you on a demand call. There's no heat. And you have to call me at every single call. That means you're incompetent.
No. When you do a work, when you call me and say, yo, that work you finish, this is the situation.
That is what I explain to you. So you reach a stage now where at my company, you have your handheld, you go and you do your debriefing. After you fix the problem, you go and you put in and you say, hey, I'm on the job, blah, 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 customer complain about it. This is what I do. And that is the note you can always follow up.
Right.
And that is you being effective. Now, if you go down just the way you feel to do or not fix the problem and not say nothing, then we have a problem with you.
Exactly.
At the end of the day, as a supervisor, I'm going to go through with him. But the point I'm making is, what happening if there's a problem, say on my van, if I don't have stock and I don't report that to my supervisor, then how can my supervisor know that I'm out of whatever I need to be on my van?
Very well.
You can't blame the supervisor for me to do my job.
Or if you get a job, hold on, but if you get a job, you go out there, you couldn't complete the job. You not tell the supervisor. So the manager now call you, you know, the manager call the supervisor. That job they done.
Exactly.
The supervisor basically, you know, call, so the supervisor assume yes.
Right.
Eh? And then there is a problem and somebody call the manager directly because you know we don't like to talk to line staff. We like go at top. So we call me, I speak to the manager. And you might know the manager, you call the manager. What I'm coming this morning and the job not done.
Yes.
In a case like that, the manager should have known because you should have called the supervisor once you know complete the job.
Aye. That is the operative word, should have.
Right. But if you don't, then there's a problem. But the problem not stop with you who never do the job. The problem stop with the manager. Skip out all the supervisor. So the reporting is vital, DP. Reporting is vital. Worse, once there's an incident, once there's something that is not normal, must be reported. I used to tell Baker when we had the Channel 12, Mr. Baker, anything at all go wrong, tell me first. Because I don't want Miss Wilson call me and me a baba and weave. And when you tell me the truth. That's how me and Baker work together so long.
Well, as I said, I still maintain my point. I think we bash the ministers more than we should. Because even with security, Everything what happened, we blame the Minister of Security.
And I'll tell you why, DP.
But do we want the Prime Minister, or can you remember the other day during the pandemic?
Mm-hmm.
It is said that Andrew only sent for the man where they send him up on their mother.
Mm-hmm.
Do we want a Prime Minister and a Minister of Security to dictate into the police and say, go lock up the man now, go lock up the man now, and charge one and charge one? That is not the minister's role.
You don't want them dictating to the police. But if you find that the police not doing their job, the Prime Minister can make an order. The Prime Minister is the Minister of Defense. The Minister of National Security can make an order.
What kind of order the Minister of Security can make?
Him can make an order to the police.
No, sir.
What you mean no?
Trust me.
You can make an order to the police.
Simon tell you that, say him no one. The Minister of Security
is not what you want, DP. Is not what you want.
Give me an example.
All right.
Give me an example.
For me making an order of the Prime Minister. When the Prime Minister,
no, and the Minister of Security, the Minister of Security.
When the Minister of Security and the Prime Minister, when they call a state of emergency, what is that? That is an order of the government to the security forces that you can go and lock down that area, arrest whoever you want, and get information.
What that difference from what me I say, Colin? I'm saying individually.
When the man cut off, when the man was seen on video, cutting off the padlock of the gate to go into the gorge, and the Prime Minister come out and said that man must be arrested. You think that was an
order?
It wasn't the order. It was a what?
That could not be an order.
What it was a request.
First and foremost, the Prime Minister himself knew who the man was.
What the Prime Minister did say. The Prime Minister not said the man must be found and arrested. And also the Prime Minister said.
That is not an order.
What is that?
That cannot be an order.
What it is?
That cannot be an order. Then me not can say the same thing. So if me say,
but how much? But hold on. But how much time me tell you say me and you can give the police an order? It don't necessarily mean them have to carry it out.
Well, you're right.
How much time me tell you that? Say you and I can give them orders.
But that's not how the way the thing works.
But hold on, DP. But when me or you get order, when the Minister of National Security or the Prime Minister said the same thing, it carry more weight than me and you. And it put more pressure on the police to do it.
Well, this is what I want. What I want the police to do them job effectively.
Mm-hmm.
So no Minister of Security and no Prime Minister now for me no order. Just like in the medical field what I talk about. But I want every nurse, every porter, every doctor, every whatever, carry out them duty to the highest level.
Yes.
But it come back to the sabotage what I was alluded to. When you have a GLP in power and you have one PMP, nurse, porter, fireman, whatever them is, them can sabotage the government by not doing them job because me not hear nobody come out and a demand, say civil servant. Like me share with you already. Me see me go down a court, I had 2 court dates, one in Kingston and one in Port Antonio. And when I went down to Port Antonio courthouse and asking to get information, how do I deal with this? Because I honestly never know. There was like 50 women collecting child maintenance. Maintenance. And the court staff tell me, say, me have to wait till all of them people get through before me ask a simple question. You know what I did? Me just step outside and dial a number. And somebody answer with a nice voice. I know this is Port Antonio court, blah, blah, blah. I say, yes, this is Damien Phillips. I have 2 court dates, one in Port Antonio, one in Kingston. How do I not come? And them say, all you need to do is just write a letter to the court admin, blah, 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 whatever. So Colin, why me did for wait till 50 women go collect them child support before we get that answer?
I tell people all the while, sometimes you go someplace and see some long line. You just need, do you have this? Yes, if you have it, I'll wait. No. Then I gone and I have to wait until everybody get through before I ask a simple. But you have some people just stiff, brother.
That public sectors, most public workers,
public servants,
civil servant. Guess what? Servant. If them deal with 50 people or 10, them still get them CMP and they can't get fired because what? So they don't have to show competence.
Mm.
You just go work and sign in, that's all you have to do. So the whole thing, forget people through as fast as possible and be effective and whatever. They don't care about that. And that is the problem we have. So me I say, the staff, civil servants can sabotage the government. And we have been seeing it on both sides.
It is possible. We never say that not possible. But if you're managing well, then when somebody not doing them job, there are sanctions.
Finally, me I go remind you again, because since we're there and remember, you remember when Bobby Montague they go for infirmary?
Yes.
And when they fly them the damn thing and him rush the matron?
Yes.
It was unacceptable, don't it?
How him deal with it?
Aye. But him I said, do this. I said, they're making us to do whatever. And what was the excuse from the matron?
No, he did not make an order. He asked why there was so much flies in the infirmary. And the nurse said it is mango season. And his action was to woman up the lady in a public. Let me say something to you. The mayor of the town, you see, is the mayor of the town can give orders to the superintendent of police. Superintendent of police really answers to the mayor. But the mayor don't have no right to go out there, go talk up and try to give orders to the constable. If the mayor have something that he wants to be done, he need to call the soup and deal with it. Sir. You understand? So Bobby Montague never have the right to diss up the woman in the public. So there are ways to do things. Bless up yourself, my brother.
Cool.
Portland Spice TV. Yeah, man. Go on to Portland Spice TV. All of my people, whether on Facebook or watch.
Yeah, Shaka Fame, big up yourself. Can't hear me. Don't know here to hear the same thing. And Lenny, I say so. You don't know a real backlocks. You see me?
28 minutes after 10 o'clock.
Suddenly, some friends became my foe for reasons that I know. Said to us, it's a waste of time. Let's step it up on crime. But I'm a warrior for the divine. Fighting a spirit.
And Fitzroy just a remind me to say to all of the viewers and listeners, you have your big smart TV.
Relax.
You just drop it on it.
Shaka.
Fitzroy said, sounds sweet.
Hypocrites, relax.
YouTube.
Shaka Fame, a real
Portland Spice TV. One word, Portland Spice TV.
Horizon. Shaka Fame is in command.
Share the vision, join the movement.
That's right. Now is the appointed time. Go forth, oh winners of souls. Enough steps of victory, I'm sure. So hypocrite, relax. Trace back, Shaka Fame, a real backlocks. Hypocrite, relax. Trace back, I'm on a real backlocks.
910-605-5530. Make it 910-605-5530. If you want to talk to us, it's WhatsApp. You can call me on WhatsApp, all right?
I'm not ready for your gold. I refuse to take your bribes to make your phone.
Let me tell you something. You see, when you're managing a country, you have to govern the country as the government for the country. If you try govern the country as a PNP government or a GLP government, you'll get in a trouble. Yeah? You have to be fair with the people of the country. Political victimization now go help you. When you have just your people around you, pure yes man around you, your decisions are not challenged. Your views are not challenged. Nobody not dig deep in a nothing because everybody I try to say, you're trying so hard to be united that you mess up right round the clock. You need people with different opinions. You need people who are critical of your decisions. When you have things where you are going to put forward, you call them people and say, yo, what do you think about this? Make them tear in it. So when you come out with your bills are solid. But when you think you know it all, and you think you have it all, you have problem. East Portland is having serious problem right now. The dust from Port Antonio up into Boston is unbearable. Unbearable. And we want to use this medium to call on the powers that be, the people them we are post up on Facebook, the people them we love the MP, call on her. There's a little truck now where I do part of the road. By the time it go up, before it reach up the road dry, because remember now the road is well traversed. So one little water truck It's a 6-wheeler too, you know. It's not a big water truck. It's a little one. So him can't wet all of the road in a one go. And by the time he come back and load, it's like the road never wet. And nobody's calling on these beloved leaders of Portland or East Portland to sort out the thing. What is happening with the work from Boston come down to Sansan? Since the middle of December, we have seen no work. The man them pave round a blue hole corner and gone. Gone like a Sammy Mount. Nobody speaks to us. Well, me not at a certain place anymore, so I hope them go there and give the people them information. Because the people needs to be informed. You cannot be representing people, taking people money for pay, and you don't talk to them. What kind of rubbish is that? I calling on all labor rights in East Portland. Me a call upon labor rights in East Portland to talk to our representative, to talk to our representative. Speak to the representatives on our behalf. Yeah? Because even though some of us never vote for them, the mantra you took up was that when you win, you will be member of parliament for the entire population of East Portland. That's the work that you took up. You took up a work to vote for the people and to work for the people who voted against you. You took up a work to support the people who did not support you. So, in a sense, you come vex with we because we are saying, yo, get the road wet. Yo, talk to us. We need to know what you're thinking. It's the same problem with Tufton. Him get the work and him believes him never have to report to the people. Him never have to report to him boss. And that's the attitude I'm getting from a lot of our managers. That them don't think them need to report to us. Only need to talk to the people. Give the people information on what is happening in the constituents. Welcome to all of the people who are tuning in to Talk to Me Live on Portland Spice TV. All of the people watching on Facebook at Colin Anthony, I'm inviting you to come over to Portland Spice TV at YouTube. Yeah, man. That's where the old platform now is being set for a long run. Yeah. Because when we when we keep this base, wherever we go after now, whatever we do, because there are people who are calling us. And I say, yo, come here, sir. Come there, sir. But I hope people don't understand media, especially radio. A lot of financial reward don't come through radio. So we have to do what we have to do. Otherwise, we put food on the table. So we can't run, go to some far place for some little money. No. You know? And that's why we've been here so long, you know. That's why we've been here so long. Yeah, man.
Yeah, shaka for you, big up yourself, can't hear me, don't know, year to year are the same thing. I'll let you say so. You don't know a real backlocks, you see me? Yeah, we know. Suddenly, some friends became a foe for reasons that I know. Said to us, it's a waste of time. Let's step it up on crime. But I'm a warrior for the divine. Fighting a spiritual war for peace. Hypocrite relax. Dress back, shaka fear my real backlocks. Hypocrite relax. Dress back, shaka fear my real backlocks. Know that the war is on. Shaka fame is in command. So warriors arise. Now is the appointed time. Yeah, shaka fame, big up yourself, can't hear me, don't know, year to year are the same thing. I'll let you say so. You don't know a real backlocks, you see me? Yeah, we know. Suddenly, some friends became a foe for reasons that I know. Said to us, it's a waste of time. Let's step it up on crime. But I'm a warrior for the divine. Fighting a spiritual war for peace. Hypocrite relax. Dress back, shaka fear my real backlocks. Hypocrites relax. Dress back, shock off your my real backlocks. Know that the war is on. Chaka fame is in command. So warriors arise. Now is the appointed time. Go forth, oh winners of souls. Enough steps of victory, I'm sure. So hypocrite relax. Trace back, shock off him a real backlocks. Hypocrite relax. Trace back, I'm on a real backlocks. Hypocrite relax. Trace back, shock off him a real backlocks. Relax. Trace back, real backlocks. I just won't sell my soul. I'm not ready for your gold. I refuse to take your bribes to make your flawless life. Overnight your business spoil. And I want you to know I just won't cease. So hypocrite relax. Trace back, shaka are the real backlocks. Hypocrite relax. Trace back, shaka for my real backlocks. Hypocrite relax. Trace back, real backlocks.
Hey, the man is called Lenny Hyde. Yeah, man. Hypocrite relax. Dress back. Shaka for my real backlocks. The number to call 910-605-5530. That's a WhatsApp call you need to make if you want to talk to us and talk to me. And remember, you know, we talk about any topic with verse like that. Now, because you hear we talk politics all the while, our governance is what we call it. You might call it politics, but it's governance we talk. 910-605-5530 on WhatsApp and talk to me. Jamaica is in a miserable place. Miserable place. And we have to call it for what it is. Too many people can't call it. Vanessa. I mean, I see which part Vanessa comment. Vanessa comment on Facebook, but I don't see where comment coming up. Vanessa, come over to Portland Spice TV. PORTLANDSPICE TV. Yeah, man. Just go YouTube and type in Portland Spice TV. And you see that we're live. And if you want to call us on 910-605-5530. Yeah, man, and you can talk to it live because we do that, you know. Remember me tell you, that is what we are about, giving the voiceless a voice. Yeah, man. I link up my brethren. I realize them want to touch base and maybe now get through to it. So I could link him up and hear him say out to St. Thomas people. Share the link. Send it to all our friends and family. Make them know that Colin Anthony is on Portland Spice TV every Saturday morning. Same time we used to be at the other place. 9 a.m. until 11. Yeah, man. So, we are talking about governance. Managing the country. Managing the country for the people, everybody in the country. When you manage a country, everybody in the country must benefit from your management. You can't go against some. Hold on there. I don't know if you not have that phone there. So, yeah, man, it's 910-605-5530. You can't manage a country just for your side. Because all the talents are not in your side, you know. There are talents on the other side that you need to use. Now, I want to talk about the traffic ticket system a little bit. Because I've been saying to the people that this traffic ticket system that exists in Jamaica is rubbish. Need to throw away and bring in a proper system. And that's why I said that the government should have given the taxi operators the reprieve to pay. Not to go to court, but also to pay the money where them owe. Yeah? Let me take that call here. Talk to me. 910, talk to me.
Colin, Malcolm.
Yeah, man. May I hear you, man? Where you say?
Yes, Colin.
Talk to me.
How are you, brother?
We're good enough, man. We're just there. I put the things on the table.
Yeah, man.
Opening up people's
Welcome to
eyes.
the premiere. Welcome to the premiere program
Yes.
established on YouTube.
Yeah, man. Portland Spice TV.
And prosperity and strength. Yeah.
Yes, man. Respect.
Blessed. Oh, I so many things to say right now. You know what I
We
mean?
got so many things to say.
A lot of things on the plate. You know.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
On this land of my birth. Loyal, faithful, true to thee.
Yes, sir. Yeah, man.
No, I have listened to the discourse from morning between yourself, O'Brien, and DP. And
yes.
A lot has been said, you know. I can embrace the sentiments expressed by the people. Yeah. Just want to make my 2 little cents of word here.
Yes.
No. Would you attempt slaughtering a cattle at the Ganges?
No, I wouldn't want to attempt.
Yeah. Why you wouldn't do that? Why you not attempt that? Are you contemplate that?
Because it's not practically.
All right. Said enough. Why would we try to tamper with the crime scene? You know that it is a criminal offense to tamper with the crime scene.
But you tamper with it because you have something to hide. Or you want to implicate somebody.
But why wasn't whose responsibility it is to ensure that the crime scene is protected, and that there is no trespass on the crime scene? Yeah. Who is it? Whose responsibility is it to put a yellow tape around the crime scene?
All right, Miss Smith is saying that they can't hear the caller. We can't hear what the caller is saying, and you are not live on YouTube. Yeah, man, go Portland Spice TV. Portland, or just look on the same Facebook channel where you go on. The link is there. Just click on the link and check us out. It's Portland Spice TV. So just go to YouTube, go into the search, type in PortlandSpice TV, and we come up. And you just go on it.
Colin, make them type in Colin Anthony. Caps C Colin.
All right.
Cap A Anthony.
At Facebook?
And full caps LIVETO.
Colin Anthony Live?
Colin Anthony Live 2. T-O.
Oh, okay. Colin.
But caps C.
Yeah.
OLIN.
Yeah.
Small.
Yeah.
Cap A. And NTHONY. No,
and you type
NTHONY.
You're typing that in YouTube. So it's Colin Anthony.
No, yeah, man.
2.
Yeah, man. LIVE full cap.
Yeah.
And TO cap. And see if them get that.
And them get that. But I'm sure if they put in the Portland Spice TV, them all get it too.
Maybe.
Yeah,
but,
man.
At that, may I penny you true.
All right, sir.
Yeah, man. So we're talking about the crime scene now, you know. So whose responsibility it is to ensure that the crime scene is protected? Now the police, brother?
Yes, man.
And when I say police, it doesn't necessarily mean for those who are in charge of that responsibility and portfolio where this matter of SSL is concerned. Yeah. So it would have been whom? Would it have been the FSC to ensure that the crime scene is protected?
Yes.
Or those who would have identified the breach?
Yes. Yes.
Who would have identified the breach?
The FSC should have identified the breach.
No, they would have identified the breach. Now, them identified the breach, how it came to light.
Well,
it was
remember, one of the things that we are hearing is that the whole thing was leaked. In fact, Miss Panton was being investigated by SSL, and there were disciplinary meetings that Miss Panton attended.
And
right, and she gave a breakdown of what she did. So even with those red flags that was raised back in 2017 by the FSC, the minister said he was not aware the SSL was never brought to him.
Well, that's ineptitude and immaturity, yeah, and it borders on probably dishonesty too. It can be, as you and DP would have said that when Tufton said he never told the Prime Minister, that is a blatant misrepresentation of the truth. Yeah,
we don't agree with it.
That is a blatant.
All right, Miss Smith, Miss Smith, man, Miss Smith, fine way over Portland Spice TV. Yes. Continue,
yeah, man, and the same is relatable to this scenario. The same. It can be that the finance minister is ignorant of all that has transpired in the SSL. No, if the case is so, he is not fit to preside over that office. What am I say?
If you never know,
you must have your hands on the wheel.
Yes.
Yeah, man.
Yes.
So if that can slip by you, then I have to investigate your portfolio
because him have a responsibility to know.
Exactly. And he must have the mechanism in train to support his position as the minister.
And I put all of that, my brother, with the whole thing that happened back in the 90s with the financial meltdown. And that's why we must be alert to what is happening in the sector.
Exactly.
Because it is said you learn by your mistakes, you know, and other people's mistakes.
Yeah, man. Well, I coin it this way now, Colin. Yeah, only a fool learns by his own mistake. Yeah, a wise man learn on the mistake of others.
True.
Yeah,
but if you make a mistake,
it, brother.
Yeah, it's nice that way. But if you make a mistake, you have to learn from it too. You know?
Yeah, you have to learn from it too. But I don't want to make a mistake.
But you don't want to sit down.
Other people's mistake. I can influence.
And you don't want to sit down and make all the mistakes to learn from. Because by the time you make all the mistakes, you would be a dead man.
Me done, man. Me done. Me I spend about 50 years behind bars. You get what I'm saying? So you have to be very. You see, this position, of responsibility, you have primacy of place and overall governance, national governance,
man.
Which is the most sensitive of all governance, brother.
And
because we are out there. Yeah,
and that's why I like to tell people, my brother. I like to tell people that leaders ought to be inspired by God. Because sometimes some things that happen, a God have to give you the discernment there. If you have a feeling, say, yo, make a check on them people down there, so. Sometimes you run your business just like something lead you in a room and you're going to find something go wrong. Just like sometimes, you see, and people don't understand these things. I don't care about a guy who said there's no God enough. That's a fee business.
But listen, Shaka, God is credibility,
All right. A whole
God is reputation,
Yes,
God
man.
is confidence,
God is integrity. Hallelujah.
You get what I say?
Talk to me, my brother.
And that we talk. God is morality, man.
Hallelujah.
Yeah? So,
talk to me.
That we talk
about, to me.
We're not talking about God in oblivion, man. Yeah, we're not talking
God is nature. God is the environment.
We're talking about God who propels his nature and his character in a man so that man function as God and like God. You get what I said to you?
Remember the man, remember said Jesus said greater things you can do,
Yeah, man, and greater is he that is within me than he that is in the world. So we have to show that greatness there. We have to show that reputation. We have to show that stature there.
If we have people in management that the devil puts there, who are not supposed, who are not supposed to be there.
Yeah, man.
You're going to have a problem.
Yeah. You're going to get dishonesty. You're going to get distraction and deflection. Because right now, when we look at, as I have said, the man can't exempt himself. Him can't go and like him at the paragon of virtue
But
when
Bruce
it comes
Golding
to you have to
say
just
it,
humble
bro.
yourself, you know, man.
Bruce Golding say the government can't take themselves from blame.
Yeah, man, you can't do that, man. Because if you even try to do that, what you are making yourself into a big fool, you know, man. Blatantly to use the word. If you do that.
Last week, one of the things I said is that I believe that the Jamaican Authority possess the capacity to investigate. But can they report the findings of their investigation?
Yeah, man, they may not doubt the capacity, you know, because right now in this world, you know, man, you see expertise are born because you see, you see technology now. You know, see all the little youth them who name go to school can manipulate technology to get a result that boggles the mind of those who have gone to the highest level of learning. You know what I'm saying?
Talk to me.
Yeah, man, just sit down and pre the thing and manipulate the things, yeah, and function the thing, you know, to respond to his misdeeds. Yeah. Confuse those who are in a God right now. It is happening as we speak right now. Somebody is being defrauded in the bank
every day.
Me, I talked to my friend the other day, you know, Shaka. Yeah, and we are all we are going. And my friend said to me, "Boy, I want to take a move, you know, out of the island. So right now, I go online and set up my travel arrangement and all of that. You know what I mean? So yeah, man, cool." And in the same breath, I say, you know, so you need to check out your accounts, you know, at the bank. My friend said, but me not so endowed, me not so starch. Me say, no matter if I have $1 you have in it, check on it, man. You see, within probably a 6 hour span, you know, then call me, you know, and say, hey, you know, want me tell you something. But go for book a flight. And right now, you know, say, them compromise my account. Me say, where you say? Yeah, man.
Yeah, man.
Within the same span of communication, I say, just pre that man.
Let me tell you something.
Me say,
Squaddy out of Fort Lauderdale. Squaddy, Portland Spice TV. PortlandSpice TV. Check we out over YouTube, the live Squaddy. Let me tell you something, my brother. What is happening in the world right now is something that a lot of people don't understand. Don't understand it. You see this whole thing of the technology using to take care of your banking, it opens you up. Opens you up.
Shaka, we don't want to talk about that, you know, because that will send shock ripples throughout the length and breadth of this world, you know. Yo, the worst thing you talk about technology, and everybody are glad up. And I say, boy, efficiency, you know, and all of this. For whom? All right, the outcome of all these processes is to benefit whom? We have to think about that, you know, have to benefit me, have to benefit the system or introduce it in order to surround themselves with absolute power.
Yeah.
Absolute power. To determine how you live, how you move, your transactions and everything. When you go virtual with wealth or with money, when you go virtual, how do I have any control over my asset, my liquid asset, my current asset? How do I have control over it?
No, it is a way to say you can't hide not the man we have the money and the mattress. Because one of the things people are saying with this new currency, this new notes that we're bringing in Jamaica, is for a whole heap of people who have money under the mattress to bring them into, you know. It's not just for the longevity.
I don't even know if nobody have money under no mattress, you know, brother. I don't know if nobody have no money. I don't know if nobody have money under their mattress right now. Because right now, the regulations will prohibit man from even angling $1 million in a transaction. Eh? You have to do pieces. Yeah? You get what I'm saying? So many even know how much people have there. The banking system is complex.
Hold on. Counselor, I'm live on here, so I'll call you back as soon as I get off here. Yeah, man. Go ahead, caller. Sorry about that.
There can be no compromise of financial transactions throughout the world without complicity with those institutions that have been regularized to facilitate and accommodate such. Yeah, what I said to you, brother?
Yes.
Why you think that there are laws about money laundering and inside trading and all them stuff there? Yeah, the sector Me and you cannot be irregular in the financial market without the facilitation from the financial institution. You check that. It cannot happen. So when the scammers, the man and people who get ill-gotten gain, how them circulate their money? Actually, the banking system, yeah, it facilitates it, yeah. And this thing I say to you right now, Colin, remember me tell you this. Nobody now if you agree with my sounds, You see, data protection, yeah. There's no such thing as data protection,
You can't protect it.
Oh, you can't protect anything virtual. You can't barely protect things that are physical, much less things that are invisible.
Because anything you set up, you have someone out there who can break it. One, two, three, like. And you have some people who break it for fun. You have some people who get in there for fun. They do it for fun.
Then at the other day, people expose and show Jamaica cyber so-called security that okay, yeah, joke, man. See them expose some people the other day accounts.
You remember?
Hundreds of accounts.
Remember in the what them call it, jam something that back in the COVID. When the man them show us, see all on the data.
That is one.
All on the data
exactly.
out there in a cyberspace. Everything out there, true out.
Yeah, there is no such thing as data protection and cybersecurity. Why? Because me and you have no proprietorship over the cyber environment.
All right, hold on there. I just want to say to some people on Facebook, Damian just in the comment, just come back in the comment. Damian Phillips just post back the link to the site that we are on YouTube. That's Portland Spice TV. So just click on it and it takes you right to where we are live over here on YouTube, where you can hear everything. Understand that you're not hearing the call on Facebook, and that's because of the deliberate setup, or the thing is set up. You're not going to be able to hear the caller. So if you just go over to the Portland Spice TV channel on YouTube, you hear everything crystal clear. Yeah, my brother.
Yo, Shaka, who has proprietorship over cyberspace? Yeah,
nobody.
Who has proprietorship over the internet? Yeah. You mean?
Really?
No, man, it's not a free highway, brother.
No, it's not a free highway. But them can't control it when nobody else can, where people can't get in and looking at your thing and take out what they want.
All right. So you say it another way. All right, and that is acceptable. It means then it is not set up to protect any one of us, because it is set up those who have arch control over it. It is a system that has arch control over everything that move upon the face of the earth, man.
Yeah,
I'm not talking about Almighty God, man. Yeah. When I involve him in this local shenanigans and transactions,
yeah.
So the system we operate the world, man, them know everything about everybody. You think Uncle Sam don't know every single thing about where transact within SSL, within government, within opposition, within whatever? You think Uncle Sam don't know?
Mm-hmm.
Well, me I tell you, say Uncle Sam know everything.
Yeah,
Uncle Sam a God.
Them can.
We are talking about Shaka, and a blasphemy that God anything, what? Yeah, we're talking about Almighty, Supreme, Omnipotent, Omniscient, and Omnipresent God, We're talking about a label, yeah, man.
Hey.
Uncle Sam, God, man. We are talking about
DP. Hold on, DP. We have a talk about that in a little while. We need to check that as well. Yeah, my brother. Continue. Sorry about that.
Yeah, who can sanction? All right, I'll show you some more, Uncle Sam. Who can sanction the world but Uncle Sam? Who can sanction the entire financial system?
But Uncle Sam, because Russia can't do it, China can't do it.
All right, brother. So, but underestimate Uncle Sam, brother. Uncle Sam, God, man.
Yes,
so, Uncle Sam know every single thing, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And Uncle Sam move at his own volition, yeah.
All
yeah,
right.
At his own authority.
My brother, enough respect.
Yes, I.
Some blessings.
One love.
We'll talk again next week.
Yeah, man, next week. Big up the program.
All right. Thanks to all the people who logged on. DP saying to me that it's not Portland Spice TV. So DP, when you go Portland Spice TV, you know, find me live as well. Well, we're gonna check that out, because what we have out there is Portland Spice TV. I don't know how we are on other platforms, but I saw cyberspace set up. Thank you all for watching. We'll be on again next week from 9 in the morning until 11. Give thanks. God bless you all.
Big up yourself, can't tame. You don't know year to year the same thing. Lenny I says so. You don't know a real backlocks, you see me? Yeah, know. Suddenly, some friends became a foe for reasons that I know. Said to us, it's a waste of time. Let's step it up on crime. But I'm a warrior for the divine. Fighting a spiritual war for peace. Hypocrite relax. Dress back, shock off your real backlocks. Hypocrite relax. Dress back, shock off your real backlocks. Know that the war is on. Chaka fame is in command. So warriors arise. Now is the appointed time. Go forth, oh winners of souls. Enough steps of victory, I'm sure. So hypocrite relax. Trace back, shock off him a real backlocks. Hypocrite relax. Trace back.